always late uploading videos. Okay, so this is gonna be like a little short. You know, when you're dealing with a lot and everything, I, I don't know if y'all know about, some of y'all do know about the peace, and some of y'all do know that, you can't just judge everybody. And some people, I know some people try, some people would try that, some people would do that. And they had this saying where you got to remove the old. So in order for God to let you come, let the new come in. Well, I'm not gonna tell y'all no lie. I was one of the ones that was like, huh? And I went through this, y'all. I promise y'all, I went through this. Like, I was dealing with somebody, and it was a couple of years ago. About 10, 15 years ago anyway. And I never will forget it. Now, I'm just telling you about me. I don't know about y'all. I'm telling you about me. And I never will forget it. The guy that I was talking to, baby. When I tell y'all, I had ended up getting sick. I end up, most of y'all know, anyhow, I end up getting sick. But before I got sick, I was in an automobile accident that was not none of my fault. And it was not none of the driver's fault. So let's get that clarified out the way. So I'm not going to call no name. So during the time that I was in the accident, my it was it was my oh yeah it I had during the time I was in the accident, because it was, I'm not ashamed to say it. I see this stuff on nothing, but anyway, I don't got past that anyway. My sister had to come raise me. She had to come to the hospital. My mama had to come to the hospital. Both of them. Well, my mama didn't go nowhere. My mama or my sister, but my sister had to take turns anyway. Y'all hear me say that. So the dude that I was dating, he had went back and he had told somebody else. And you have to be careful who you tell stuff to, because even if you're in a big city, state, even if you're in a small city and state, everybody know somebody, everybody know anybody, and it's gonna get back. And so the guy came back and he told me, he was like, I'm not gonna call the guy name. He came back and he told me, he said, you know what? He said, Larry using you. Larry said that, because even though the hurting part was, and I'm just calling names out because I'm not going to put the guy on blast or anything. He's like, and so Larry would tell me every time, oh, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. But it was like, sometimes you just can't find your heart to say that back when you knowing that it's not, you think it's real, but then you know that it's not real, but then you're like, okay. And so y'all know what, it's so hard to tell this story for real, but it's the true story. It's so hard to tell the story because I don't want to get real emotional. And like me, you always tell me, friend, that's all right, you supposed to get emotional. Larry came back and he come to the hospital to visit me. And he came up there, and when he came up there, he seen that I couldn't, do nothing for myself or anything. So he goes back to tell, Travis. So that's why I said I'm making up names right now. So when he go back to tell Travis, Travis gets on the phone and calls me. And Travis tells me, he's like, you know what? Will you be quiet? I'm like, looking. Travis tells me to be quiet because Larry had called him on the three-way. Larry told him, well, she was just in the accident. She got the best insurance, blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that. Man, I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna get this. Man, I'm gonna take her to the motel. I'm gonna take her to do this, and I'm gonna take her to do all that. I'm gonna take her out and all this kind of stuff. So you know when you hearing stuff, and even though I was supposed to have been being quiet, my mouth couldn't be quiet, y'all. My mouth could not be quiet. I said something, and I immediately hung up the phone, and I immediately went to Travis' house, and I was just like, okay, we finna jump on him, you know. That was the attitude. Cause see, and Travis and them was the one that taught me how to fight. Y'all remember I told y'all I did not know how to fight or anything. Travis, the rest of them guys, they taught me how to fight because I wouldn't fight back at all for nothing in the world. I ended up going to the motel with Larry. But when I got to the motel with Larry, some just told me to just act like I was cuckoo for Cuckoo Pops. And I did. But in which I see Travis now, and that's one I was telling y'all about in the video. I see him now. And his thing is, oh, I'm so sorry for the way I did you. He wanted to tell me about all of his health problems, which I don't look down on his health problems. But to hear a person, that's why I said, to hear a person say that what they gonna do to you and that they couldn't be with you because of you had ended up getting sick and all that kind of stuff. But now they want you to feel sorry. Yeah, I'm not gonna tell y'all that it did not hurt, but I be strong. And so when I got with the one that I've been with now, I did tell him, you can walk off, you know, because I didn't want to go through that point no more. And I understand that when you sick, you know, because I got a habit of isolating myself. I shut myself off from everybody. And it's nothing wrong with that, shutting yourself off. Because you at peace when you do that. But I know that's not a good sign. And I know some signs is, you know, I know that's not a good sign because when you shut yourself off, they call that isolation and depression. That's what they call that. Now, and you'll hear me say, I'm not going to say that's isolation, and I'm not going to say that that's depression. I'm not going to say that because I was told that before, and I was told that by Larry mama. Oh, well, you know what? You should have known that when Larry came back that he was going to be with you. You should have known that he was going to do this. You should have known he was going to do blah, blah, this, blah, this, blah, that. I was just like, you know what? Not nobody going to put up with that. But if God, you know, got to remove somebody from your life, let him remove that person from. But you learn to forgive that person for what they done. Even if they got to lie, and I said it again, and I said it again. Because some people got to lie to make themselves look good. And some people got to lie because they got to choose between, it don't matter how long you've been knowing a person, and it don't matter how short you've been knowing a person, but some people got to lie to make that person, you know, happy. And some people got to remove you from their life because either, I don't know if it's either peer pressure or it's either that they are vulnerable or either that. You know what? And I really call those kind of people lost. That's what I really call those kind of people lost. And I said, we all don't been there before. You know, don't. Thank you. We all don't be. We all don't been there before. And even though after that happened, I get, y'all ask me a lot of times, how do I feel? Honestly, I didn't think I was going to go that long without dating anybody, for real. Because, I don't know, you know, like, I see it. I see it, trust me. And I say it all the times. I see the comments. I get the inboxes. I get everything about somebody want to talk to me. I see it and they write it on my page. Oh, I got a comment. I got an inbox the other day. You are so pretty. You know, something. I don't think I would. Because you know what? I see it, but I usually be the type of person that just be like, block, block. I get the other comments where, oh, well, you know what? You with this person, you with that person. You know, I just don't say anything. Because like I said, I learned a long time ago. If I said, honestly, my actions is worse than my mouth. And so, you know, yeah, I stand up. I stand up for myself and my friends. Yeah, I stand up because if you know you doing wrong, but I see it. Trust me, I see it. But when they ask me about the relationship part, I took before. I took almost an 8 year, almost. Well, I would say I'm not going to say 8. I would say about 6 before I started dating again. Because I'm saying I don't know about y'all, I'm saying I thought that I was the problem. And I sat down one day and I put on a piece of paper. And I was like, let's see what's going on, you know. Thank you. I sat down and I put this on a piece of paper and I was like, you know what? It's not you. And I had to tell them. And that's why I tell y'all, self-love is the best love that you can have. You cannot love nobody else if you don't love self first. You know, and a lot of us, we want to get out there and, you know, we want to love somebody else because some people always say that that's like their father figure, that they never had a father figure in their life. Then some people say that their mother and father was there. Some people sing that they father and mother fought. And some people say, you know, that they sing. And sometimes I think some of that stuff come from television. And then sometimes I think that's good. Then some people say, well, you know what? Their mother was on drugs. Their mother did this. Their mother did that. And all that kind of stuff. And, you know, like, I don't want to really put this stuff out. You know, like I tell y'all can ask me questions, but I don't want, you know, I don't mind y'all asking me questions, but if you get a little too personal, I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to tell you only if I feel comfortable with telling you. Because like I said, if only, you know, like if you real close to me, you would have known that what was going on. But you know, if you real close to me. And I'm not gonna say that's the case. I'm not gonna say that's the case, and I'm not just saying it because my mom and dad, you know, always been there for me. I'm not saying that, but and it's just not me because all of us got the same mom and dad, and I'm not just saying that. And I know my mama and daddy don't meet no strangers nowhere, and y'all hear me say that they are my heart. They are truly my heart. My siblings are my heart. My nieces and nephews, I love them. I love them to pieces, to the moon and back. My best friends and stuff like that, you know. But I'm trying to think, how can I put this? Oh my God. Y'all, I don't know if I want to call this a bloopers or not. But I'm trying to think, how is that when you're going through your healing process, well, this is what I call it. Damaged. And I don't know if I'm using the right words or not. Yeah, I don't. You know, sometimes you can fake it, but I don't know if these are. And y'all know what, and I'm thinking for real. So anyway, I had said that I wasn't, but sometimes you can be damaged to where you looking for the love in the wrong places, and you think every male is out there to talk to you, and you think, and then don't get me wrong, y'all know I don't say that 100 times. The males will do the same stupid stuff. The males, they want somebody, but they really want to, they can be hurt so much do they really want to prove to their ex-wife or ex-girlfriend or past person that they got somebody or that they had, and it don't be real. And if you know that that person already had somebody, you can't change nobody. The only somebody that you can change is yourself. And if, when you sick or when you not sick or when you see something or you see some kind of energy, back away from it. The best thing to do is back away from it. That's not meaning that you are lonesome. That's meaning that you need time, your time with your Heavenly Father alone and you. That's what that means. Now, this my definition of this. I know my son asks me sometimes, because sometimes when I say stuff, my son be want to ask me, who told you that? Where'd you get that definition at? And I be like, I told myself this in my head, But what you don't want to do, you got friends that's gonna pretend like that they have you. Not all friends, but you gonna got friends that's gonna fake like that they happy for you, and they not your real friends. And then you got people that's real close to you that's gonna block your blessing. And I heard it one day when somebody said that those people that stay up under you the most, those are the ones that is a blessing blocker. They jealous and envy you in all kind of way. And they act like that they your friend and they act like you happy. And you wonder why some people don't post their relationship. Some people don't post it. Some people do. Now, some people is genuinely happy for you. And, and I'm not saying that me because, where I will be genuinely happy for you, you got Jane Doe that's not going to be happy for you. But you work with Jane Doe every day and you see Jane Doe every day. And Jane Doe going to act like she's so happy for you or he's so happy for you. But then you got people like, somebody else, that's going to be like, oh, well, you know what? I'm so happy for you. You got people that's really, really genuine happy. But then you got people that's right there by you that's hurt. That is hurt. They're hurt and they're vulnerable. And at the same time, they got the lie. And then at the same time, when they, gets with somebody, they got the lie to make themselves look good and they forget where they came from. And at the same time, they blocking your blessing. So what you got to do with that, you got to be careful of that person that's trying to block your blessing. That's what you call a friend that is a blocker blessing. They're not happy for you. They smiling. They grinning in your face. They asking you, is it anything you need? Are you all right? And stuff. And they not really happy. And I tell a lot of people, the internet may not know you, but people know you in a person and know what you do. People know what type of person you are. So you got to just remove yourself from those type of people, regardless of how bad it hurt. Don't matter how bad it hurt. And the energy that you feel, even though if even if you get up and start crying, and if you be like, okay, well, this hurts, and with your sickness, and you be like, okay, well, I can do this, I can do that. Don't lay in the bed. Don't mope in the bed. Don't, some people say that they got big fooling, when they got hurt. Some people say that they lost weight because they were stressed out when they got hurt. Some people can't deal with your sickness. You're in a relationship with somebody for 15 years and this person is verbally abusing you, or you're in a relationship and this person is real, real good to you, and you've been through the mud, the rain, and the back with them, and you're in a relationship for 15 years and this person is like the icing on top of the cake. I mean, when I tell you they like the icing on top of the cake, that you're compatible But at the same time, when you compatible and you know that it's not right with God, that's something that you got to work on. And that's something that you got to back yourself away from. So this is just like a little rant right now. So, you know, because God sees and God knows everything. And, you know, they always say it's the truth. You know, three sides to every story. The truth, your side, and the person's side. So you can fool everybody else. But when you can do what you can do, and I tell a lot of people, I'm not trying to just say me. But you know what? I promise y'all, I got mad. I got mad at my old man one day for some stuff he had did, and he know that he was wrong. And boy, I tell y'all, I was so pissed off, mad with him. So I wanted to slap the shit out of him. And I was just like, okay, you know what? This is what we got to do. This is what we got to do. I go to the gym, baby. And you know what? And even though I have chronic back pain, I go to that gym and I go up there and I do everything that I think that I couldn't do and can't do. And even though when I come home, I still be hurting. But I go and I take it out. I usually be an emotional eater. But I don't. I just don't. I just try to. So you make yourself get up and smile every morning. You tell yourself, you be like, you know, this is me. This is me.